Alright guys, we're back here in the garage. We're about to start a new video on the Miata. Let's get it started. Alright guys, so here's the tools you're gonna need. You're gonna need a jack. Helps me out to get on my Miata. You're gonna need some pedal training oil. I'm just using double D40. You might not even need this. It depends on how your bolts are and how they're seized up. You're gonna need a hammer. It doesn't have to be this big. It can be a small one as long as it's for stubby bolts, so you can use it with your hand tools to kind of loosen it. It works out kind of like an impact. I have a 14mm wrench, some pliers that you might not even need. I have a 3/8 drive ratchet with a nice extension. You need a 4mm Allen wrench for the bolt that everybody has trouble with on the Miatas. You're gonna need a 10mm socket, some brake lubricant, that's good. You're gonna need a long breaker bar. I have a 21mm impact socket with my lock nut for my studs. And then I have some brake pads. I got them from Rock Auto. These are Posey Quiet. They're not the best, out there, but they're nice and they're ceramic. They were pretty cheap and they came with the hardware, so if I do have to replace any hardware, I can, okay? So after you got your car nice and lifted in the air, notice how I lifted it from the control arm. I didn't want to lift it from here because there's an instance where this is weak. Your 50-50 point on this car is normally around this area. So if you're lifting it from here, you're not lifting it from its 50-50 point. So there's a chance you can bend your fenders over here, your rear fender, and you don't want to do that. So that's why I lifted it from the control arm, which is nice and safe. All right, so now you want to take off this bolt right here. There's a plastic clip on it. All right, so it's right here. You just take the plastic clip off, it comes off of your hand. Then you take your 10mm. All right, guys, sorry. So I had to go to Advanced Auto Buy to buy the 14mm. So I got the 14mm now. Okay, so don't be an idiot, don't have the handbrake on. Just make sure you cock your wheels, because I didn't do that. I forgot to put the handbrake off. Okay, Okay, so I got it off. I just took off the pivot bolt. It was a little hard, that it was stuck in there, so I had to really push it out. Now, the magical bolt is towards the back. It's right there. Right in there. You see it? That's the Allen key. So now that I have it off, it's going to be a little easier to take it out. I'm going to do that now. You'll see the piston going in as you loosen it. That's to make way for the new ones. Alright. So you turn it until it stops, and then I guess when it stops, you just pull it out. Okay. This up. So it's not all over the floor. So this is that bolt that you take out. It's nice and lubricated. Some brake grease. Make sure none of your teeth are messed up. Mine all look okay. Make sure this is not scraped. It looks really good. Okay? Don't lose that. You need to put that back in. That is the only way you're going to be able to put your handbrake on and brake. So don't lose that. Now, if you were replacing your rotor, this would be the perfect time to just kind of pull this off. I'm not replacing mine because mine look fine. Alright, so I have my new brake pads. My old hardware looks fine, so I think I'm gonna just use the same one. If you have the chance to use the same one, go ahead. Some people think that replacing it is the best, but it's really not. Sometimes the old hardware is already used to it, so you don't have to shave down anything and it doesn't have to get used to anything. Now, for the brake lubricant, what I do with the brake lubricant is I place it wherever metal touches metal. So I put some right here. Piston's gonna go down. You're not gonna be able to put this over your brake pads. Okay? It's a good time to also put some brake grease on your cotter pins. Put a good layer so they slide. Your slide pins are very important for your brakes so they can slide. Now I buy 2 packets, depending on the side. I put grease, 1 for each side. So. Alright, and then it's kind of the reverse process. I'm just gonna lube up my cotter pin. Make sure it's nice and lubey, so that when you slide it in. Oh, and make sure it's not caught, the plastic part. The rubber part right here, make sure it's not caught. And then it should fit almost all the way through. And you can tighten that down. Nice and snug. Okay, and then there's a rubber cap, plastic cap, goes right over that slide pin. Okay, now we can kind of focus in on the bolt back there. And try your best to tighten. If you're having trouble, you can get one of these T4 Allen wrench fittings and put it on an extension, or just put it on the thing regardless. Okay, and that's what I'm gonna do because I'm having trouble. All right. Tighten this down until you want to tighten this down until it feels like your handbrake is on. That means if I would try to spin this, I wouldn't be able to. Okay. And then you want to kind of loosen it 3/4 of a turn. Kind of slide. That way when you engage your handbrake, it engages. Okay. Now, what's left is the cover. First thing, basically, we take off. And make sure you have a copper washer on that, because that has a seal. As you can tell, there's a little bit of brake fluid coming out of it. When I did this, there's some of it on the floor. Okay, make sure you are tightening, not loosening. Nice and snug. Alright. That should be good. Everything's nice and tight. Okay. Alright, so after that, just kind of move on to the other side. Alright, and do the same process on the other side. It took me a little while. I'll condense this video. I had to run to Advanced Auto Parts a couple of times to pick up some stuff because I was missing stuff, of course. But I got it done. It was about 30 minutes if you count all the labor time, if you have everything, and not bad. Pretty easy job. So just remember, don't put any brake grease on the part that actually brakes, and make sure you take out that pin and don't have the parking brake on. Leave it in neutral so you can be able to turn the wheel. Just please cock your wheels on the front, because if you don't, your car is going to roll forward and you're going to have a bad day. So that's all, and hope you enjoyed this video. I will be coming out with more videos pretty soon in the future, and please subscribe. Thank you all.